Hello, and welcome to Little Haya's adventure in New York City for the NYC Doll Convention. Being able to attend this convention was a big surprise for me, and I'm so glad I got to do it, so come along and see what it was like. We started our adventure by taking a plane to Panama City and then another one to New York. Once there, we made our way to our hotel, which was lovely, except for this one very ominous door. Door aside, we dropped off our bags and left for the Rockefeller Center, where we visited FAO Schwarz. Now, when I tell you this trip came as a surprise, I'm not joking. It was late January when it became a possibility, and I didn't even have a valid visa on me. I had to hurry and get very lucky to make it work, as the flight would be on the 28th of February. But it all worked out, and I'm very grateful. Leaving FAO Schwarz, we checked out the Nintendo store, and I had fun taking photos of Haya by the displays. But it was getting late, and I was not in the greatest shape, so I found a restaurant nearby for a delicious meal, and we headed back to the hotel where I put away my purchases, which included a little toy for Haya and Moth Girl, Mothman's daughter. Anyway. The next morning, I had breakfast with my friend Natalia, and then headed for the convention, where I got a pigeon sticker for being there early. It looked amazing. The convention, not the sticker. I didn't get to record every table, but allow me to show you guys some of the convention. Here's Stripped Green Threads, who had a lot of cool clothes. Sophie, who was helping there, brought me a hat all the way from the UK. This is Corleone Eyes, sparkly. And here's Civilized Evil, which belongs to my friend Ray. There's our Queen Shrimp. Haya had to take a photo with her, of course. Next is Tiamba, and I was so excited I didn't take video, apparently. As you can see, by the time I got there, there were already several pairs of eyes sold. I still managed to snag a few for myself. And this doll, she's so beautiful. I asked Tiamba if she'd sell her, but she said she was too special for her. I can't blame her. Oh, these are incredible pieces of art. Look at them. I don't know whether to love them or fear them. Maybe both. Safar had some gorgeous pieces for sale, and I couldn't resist but grab a jacket and a raincoat. I wanted more things, but gotta stay in the budget. But everything was very pretty, and I also got something for a friend of mine. Mixed dolls. These guys are so cool, and the artist was a sweetie and helped me receive a package from my friend Lomi, from Lomi's Playground. Also, check out this giant doll. He's like 6 feet tall. Next is Shiwoo, who has lovely dolls. I've never seen one of those in person before. Studio Vitamin was hard to resist. I wanted a doll from there so bad, but I had to pick just one to buy at the convention. So I decided on an artist I didn't own a doll from yet. But look at them, they're so pretty. Chavoya's dolls are also lovely and came in very pretty colors. And did you see that bag? Yummy Sweets dolls had so many pretty ladies. Another one I was very tempted to buy. You see that pink orchid right there? I really wanted her, but I ended up getting something else. Which is sad, but also nice. Also sad, but also nice. Merry Doll Round had such pretty girls, and I really wanted a pink Mei Mei, but she was sold by the time I got to her. I'm glad that I got to see her though, look how cute! Pause to look at this awesome carrying case someone made. Moving on. Rap 1993 was another I looked forward to seeing in person, and luckily, they didn't have the sculpt and color combo I wanted most, or I would have been in trouble. Logan's Dolls. This is where I gave in to temptation. He had the prettiest MSD pin in 10, and I wanted one for a good while, so I figured it was meant to be, even if I initially wanted her in NS. Also, look at the very tiny kids. That was an outfit that someone was wearing later. And giant doll again. That's so cool. Kokoriang had the cutest little animals that I forbade myself from buying because I was on a budget. Let me tell you, it was hard. Look at them, too cute. Denver Doll Emporium had some gorgeous full sets, but luckily nothing that I wanted because oh boy. Still, it was really cool seeing all the dolls, and they also had so many wigs and shoes and outfits. There were a few photo spots too, but I was too excited to make use of them. Oops. Here's the raffle table. There was a ridiculous amount of prizes and it was all so good. Obviously, I tried really hard for the Tiamba full set bust. Spoiler alert, did not win her. Rhapsodian had those gorgeous girls and beautiful flower crowns there. Little Haya wanted one, so I got her one. So cute. Then we attended the Tiamba face-up panel, and I feel like my skills level up just from watching the master. She's so sweet too, I loved meeting her. After hanging out for a little longer, day 1 came to an end. I suddenly had 3 bags and 1 big box to carry, but I got help making it all into 2 bags instead. Here's the haul from day 1. I'll be doing a detailed video on all my purchases as well. This is Sophie. She got a body and a wig on day 1. Her body also came with a blouse and a little bolero, as well as a jacket and leg warmers, but no pants, so that was a mission for day 2. And this is Pim. I have no idea how I'll customize her or what I'll call her, but I just couldn't resist that face. She's so sweet. This is the packet from Lomi. We bought a pair of chiclines together, and this one is mine. Isn't she pretty? She had a face-up by Andrea, which feels like owning a piece of hobby history. So cool. Here's all my girls together after day 1. And this is all the freebies I got for having a VIP ticket. So much stuff, it's a little scary. Day 2 started very cold. I overestimated how early people would line and, well, I was first in line. The staff was so sweet though and let me and another girl queue up inside after a while so we wouldn't freeze. First thing I did on day 2 was acquire a pigeon from Lazy BJD. Yes, my precious. I'm sorry. And then there's that orchid again. I was so tempted, y'all. I hope she got a nice home. Sophie got a pair of eyes from Tiamba because I clearly did not get enough of them the day before. Still no pants. I was also tempted by this necklace and these earrings from By a Doorman, but ended up buying a different pair of earrings instead. And then Sophie got pants and shoes. We hung out a bit with these lovely ladies, including the May I wanted to buy. Here's a gorgeous lady who didn't like sitting up, and a stunning mermaid. This one had the prettiest wings. The girls rested a bit before we moved on, and I finally took a photo of Sophie in the subway diorama. Then I went to play bingo. I almost won several times. Almost. After that, I went to a tiny kid assembly workshop by Logan, where I tried very hard to put together my doll from the VIP bag. And then I broke her shoes. Thumbs up, very talented. After that, it was time for the raffle. I did not win any of the prizes I wanted, but I did win this cute little minifee hat. It's a shame I'm not clicking with her. A little more shopping later, and the convention was coming to an end. It was so sad. I wanted it to last longer. It was bittersweet, but I'm so glad that I got to come. We headed back to the hotel and I packed up everything carefully before checking out and heading to the airport. No time for resting. And here's a weird mural I saw at the airport. Okay then. After resting a bit at the hotel and the airport, I was on my flight early the next morning. In Panama City, we got to ride a little airport car. And then we got on another plane where Saya found a very appropriate movie to watch. So the child was properly entertained and eventually sleep took over, at which point I watched a suspense movie. We arrived at my state capital past 1 a.m. I was exhausted, but I had the sweetest memories to go by. Thank you so much to everyone who made this convention possible. It was an unforgettable experience, and I hope I get to go again in the future. If you watched this far, thank you for watching. See you later. Bye!